The lights inside the MGM Grand glow like a furnace, heat rising from the canvas as thousands of voices collide into one restless roar. Las Vegas hums with anticipation, a city that has seen kings crowned and illusions shattered, and tonight it watches Adrien Broner step once again into the spotlight. Once hailed as the problem, the four-division champion carries swagger like armor, confidence sharpened by years of success and controversy. Across from him stands Carlos Molina of Mexico, a fighter without the same glamour, without the same headlines, but armed with grit, stubborn resolve, and the quiet hunger of a man who knows this is his moment to be seen. At stake is more than just the WBA International Super Lightweight Championship. This fight is about perception, legacy, and whether Broner can still command the ring the way the boxing world once believed he would. As the referee gives his final instructions, the fighters touch gloves, and the bell cracks through the arena like a starting gun. Round 1 begins with tension thick in the air. Broner, calm and composed, takes center ring, hands low, eyes sharp, reading every twitch from Molina. Molina starts cautiously, almost respectfully, missing early and testing the waters, while Broner's confidence radiates through subtle movements, small steps, slight shoulder rolls, the posture of a man who believes the fight belongs to him. The crowd watches closely, waiting to see if Molina dares to challenge that belief, or if Broner will impose his will immediately. As the early rounds unfold, the fight settles into a tactical rhythm. Molina, wearing determination like a second skin, tries to establish himself, but his output is tentative at first, his respect for Broner's counters clearly evident. Broner, meanwhile, begins to showcase his most reliable weapons: the sharp jab, the check left hook, and the uncanny ability to make opponents pay for reaching. Time and again, Molina extends his right hand only to be met by Broner's quick snapping left hook. A punch thrown almost lazily, but landing with precision. Broner's speed becomes the story, his hands faster, his reactions sharper, his confidence growing with each clean connection. Yet Molina refuses to fade into the background. Gradually, he finds moments of success, digging to the body, sneaking in left hooks, and proving he didn't come to survive, but to compete. The crowd responds when Molina lands, sensing his bravery, sensing that he's willing to walk through fire for a chance. Broner remains composed, however, controlling distance, choosing his moments, and reminding everyone why he was once considered the heir to Floyd Mayweather's throne. The middle of the fight becomes a chess match layered with violence. Broner's accuracy versus Molina's persistence, flash versus pressure, style versus substance. By rounds 3 and 4, momentum begins to clarify. Broner's faster hands and superior timing start to create separation on the scorecards, but Molina's heart keeps him firmly in the fight. Molina presses forward, trying to crowd Broner, working the body whenever he can, hoping to slow the champion down. Broner answers with sharp counters, right hand sneaking through the guard, left hooks snapping Molina's head back just enough to remind him of the danger. There are moments when Broner's showmanship surfaces, brief pauses, subtle taunts, hands dropping low, but Molina answers not with fear, but with punches. Overhand rights clip Broner, body shots thud against his ribs, and for brief flashes, the fight feels competitive enough to keep the crowd engaged. Still, Broner's accuracy tells the deeper story. Each clean shot he lands carries clarity, while Molina's volume sometimes lacks the same sting. As the rounds pass, Molina's punch output dips, fatigue creeping in as Broner's timing sharpens. The arena buzzes with the sense that Broner is finding his rhythm, that the early resistance is giving way to control, even if Molina refuses to be broken. Entering the later rounds, the dynamic is clear, but the drama remains. Broner now dictates the pace, using his jab to keep Molina at range, snapping check hooks whenever Molina steps inside, and mixing in body shots that slowly drain the challenger's engine. Molina continues to fight with pride, pressing forward, throwing combinations, and refusing to stop believing, even as the cleaner work belongs to Broner. The exchanges grow rougher, more physical, with warnings from the referee, as Broner leans into his roughhouse tactics, trying to impose strength as well as skill. Molina responds with courage, landing the occasional counter, digging deep to stay competitive. knowing that every second matters in a fight that's slipping away on the cards. Broner's composure stands out most here. He doesn't panic, doesn't chase a knockout that isn't there, instead trusting his accuracy and ring IQ. The crowd senses the inevitability of the outcome, but also respects Molina's refusal to fold. This is not a blowout. It is a measured dismantling, a champion solving a puzzle piece by piece. When the final round arrives, the bell signals desperation for Molina and confirmation for Broner. Molina comes forward one last time, throwing with whatever energy remains, knowing he needs something dramatic to change the story. Broner stays disciplined, jabbing, countering, and refusing to give Molina the opening he needs. As the final seconds tick away, both men exchange in the center of the ring, Molina still swinging, Broner still sharp, still accurate. The final bell rings, and the crowd applauds a fight defined not by knockdowns, but by resolve and precision. After 10 rounds, the judges render their verdict. A unanimous decision for Adrien "the Problem" Broner, winner of the WBA International Super Lightweight Championship. Broner raises his hand, victorious, reminding the world of his talent, while Molina earns respect for his heart and persistence. In a city built on spectacle, this night tells a quieter but meaningful story, of skill overcoming effort, of confidence tested but intact, and of two fighters who shared the ring and left it having told their truth.